In the heart of Tennessee, shrouded in the mists of early 19th century America, lies a tale so chilling, it has etched itself into the very fabric of American folklore. This is the story of the Bell Witch, a spectral entity whose haunting has terrified, bewildered, and fascinated people for over 2 centuries. Our journey takes us back to the rolling farmlands of Robertson County, near the sleepy town of Adams, where the Bell family, led by patriarch John Bell, settled in pursuit of a peaceful life. Little did they know, their slice of tranquility would soon become the epicenter of one of the most notorious supernatural legends ever to emerge from the southern United States. The tranquility of the Bell family farm was shattered in 1817, as inexplicable events began to unfold. Strange creatures were seen in the woods. Peculiar knocking sounds echoed through their home at night, and objects moved as if by an unseen hand. But this was only the beginning. The phenomenon escalated, growing in intensity and malice, manifesting physically and violently against the family, particularly targeting John and his young daughter, Betsy. It wasn't just a haunting, it was a malevolent torment that defied all explanations. As word of the haunting spread, the Bell Witch's legend grew, attracting curiosity seekers and skeptics alike, even drawing the attention of future President Andrew Jackson. But who was the Bell Witch, and what did she want? These questions remain at the heart of the legend, a mystery as dense as the Tennessee woods themselves. Today we delve into the eerie world of the Bell Witch, exploring the darkness that lurks in the corners of history and the human psyche. Join us as we uncover the haunting of the Bell family, a tale of fear, intrigue, and the unexplained that continues to captivate and horrify to this day. As dusk fell over the Bell family farm, an eerie unease began to creep into their once peaceful life. It started subtly, with sightings of animals that defied description, creatures with the body of a dog but the face of a rabbit, an oversized bird perched ominously on fence posts, watching the family with an intelligence that seemed almost human. These apparitions were the harbingers of something far more sinister, marking the beginning of a series of supernatural occurrences that would torment the Bell family for years to come. The tranquility of night was soon shattered by inexplicable knocking sounds that resonated through the walls of their log cabin. These knocks, starting as a curiosity, quickly escalated into a terrifying cacophony, keeping the family awake at night, their source unfathomable and untraceable. But the disturbances were not limited to auditory phenomena. Objects within the house began to move of their own accord. Furniture would slide across the floor, utensils would be displaced, and doors would slam shut, propelled by an unseen force. The phenomena grew increasingly violent and personal. Blankets were ripped from beds as the Bells slept. Pillows were yanked from beneath their heads, and the children, particularly Betsy, would wake to find welts and bruises on their bodies, physical manifestations of an invisible assault. These attacks were not random acts of poltergeist activity but seemed targeted, with a malevolent intent that suggested a personal vendetta against the family. As the intensity of these occurrences escalated, so too did the fear and desperation of the Bell family. They found themselves isolated, battling an unseen entity that invaded the sanctuary of their home, turning it into a place of terror. It was a psychological torment as much as a physical one, with the entity demonstrating not only the power to physically interact with the world, but also an intimate knowledge of the family, playing on their fears and vulnerabilities. The initial skepticism of neighbors and friends quickly turned to concern and then to fear, as the haunting at the Bell farm became impossible to ignore. Word of the supernatural phenomena spread, and the Bell Witch, as the entity would come to be known, entered the annals of American folklore. This was no longer a series of strange occurrences, but a full-blown haunting, the likes of which had never been seen before or since, marking the beginning of an ordeal that would forever haunt the memory of the Bell family and ignite the imagination of generations to come. Amidst the chaos and fear sown by the unseen tormentor of the Bell family, a chilling development occurred. The entity, until then a faceless specter of malevolence, purportedly gave itself a name, transforming the haunting from a series of inexplicable events into a deeply personal saga. The spirit identified itself as Kate, linking its existence to that of Kate Batts, a woman with whom John Bell had experienced fraught dealings. This revelation cast a shadow of palpable enmity over the hauntings, suggesting that the disturbances were not just supernatural phenomena, but a vendetta beyond the grave. The entity that called itself Kate exhibited capabilities that were unsettling in their complexity and intelligence. It communicated with the Bells and their visitors, speaking in a discernible voice that could be heard by those present. This voice was not limited to mere speech. It sang hymns, quoted scripture, and engaged in conversations that demonstrated a keen awareness of both local affairs and matters unknown to the Bell family. The range of its knowledge was astonishing, including events that had happened elsewhere and predictions of future occurrences, some of which reportedly came to pass. This ability to foresee events and reveal secrets added a layer of supernatural intrigue to the haunting, further entrenching the legend of the Bell Witch in the annals of the unexplained. Kate's interactions were not limited to auditory phenomena. The entity demonstrated a physical presence that was both playful and malevolent. It could move objects with unseen hands, create sounds that mimicked animals and machinery, and even exert a forceful influence over the physical environment. Yet, it was the personal attention Kate gave to the Bell family and their visitors that was most disturbing. The entity expressed particular animosity towards John Bell, whom it blamed for its earthly woes, and Betsy Bell, whose life it tormented with a peculiar intensity. The Bell Witch's ability to speak, predict, and interact with the physical world challenged the boundaries of 19th century understanding of the supernatural. Skeptics and believers alike were drawn to the Bell farm, each seeking to explain or experience the phenomena. The story of Kate and the Bell family crossed the threshold from a regional curiosity to a national sensation, captivating the imagination of a young America fascinated by the supernatural. This confluence of personal vendetta, supernatural prowess, and the deeply human elements of fear, curiosity, and the search for understanding has cemented the Bell Witch haunting as a cornerstone of American folklore. The entity known as Kate remains an enigmatic figure, embodying the mysteries of life, death, and the possibility of existence beyond the grave. Among the many tales that swirl around the legend of the Bell Witch, one of the most intriguing involves none other than Andrew Jackson, the future president of the United States. According to local lore, Jackson, intrigued by the stories of the supernatural occurrences at the Bell farm, decided to witness the phenomena for himself. This episode, steeped in historical and supernatural intrigue, illustrates the wide-reaching impact of the Bell Witch legend and its ability to captivate the imaginations of people from all walks of life, including those destined for the highest office in the land. The anecdote goes that Jackson, along with a group of men, embarked on a journey to the Bell property, driven by a mix of skepticism and curiosity. As the story unfolds, upon approaching the farm, Jackson's wagon purportedly became inexplicably immobilized, as if an unseen force prevented its progress. Jackson is said to have exclaimed, "By the eternal, boys, it is the witch." This encounter, where an unseen power directly challenged the future president and his entourage, added an aura of credibility to the tales of the Bell Witch, and suggested that the entity possessed a formidable power that respected neither status nor reputation. However, this captivating tale, like many aspects of the Bell Witch legend, is shrouded in historical ambiguity. Skeptics point out the lack of contemporary evidence to support the claim of Jackson's visit, suggesting that the story may be an embellishment or a later addition to the lore. Historical records from Jackson's life do not confirm his presence at the Bell farm, leading to debate among historians and enthusiasts about the veracity of the encounter. Despite the skepticism surrounding this episode, the story of Andrew Jackson's encounter with the Bell Witch endures as a compelling chapter in the saga. It serves to highlight the broad appeal and enduring fascination of the Bell Witch story, transcending the boundaries of time and skepticism. Whether fact or folklore, The tale of Jackson's encounter with the Bell Witch adds a layer of historical intrigue to the legend, inviting us to ponder the intersections of history, legend, and the supernatural. The haunting of the Bell family reached its ominous climax with the death of John Bell, an event that many believe was not just influenced but directly caused by the malevolent entity known as the Bell Witch. As the hauntings progressed, the entity's animosity towards John Bell intensified, culminating in an act that would forever seal its infamy in the annals of American folklore. John Bell, patriarch of the Bell family, had been suffering from episodes of declining health, which some attributed to the stress and strain of the ongoing supernatural disturbances. However, in December of 1820, his condition worsened significantly, leading to his death. The circumstances surrounding his demise were shrouded in mystery and suspicion, primarily due to the events that unfolded in its aftermath. According to the legend, after John Bell's death, a small vial containing an unknown liquid was found in the household. The Bell Witch allegedly claimed responsibility for John Bell's demise, boasting to the family and the community that it had poisoned him. To confirm this chilling assertion, some of the liquid was reportedly given to a cat, which died soon after, providing a grim testament to the substance's lethal nature. This act of poisoning, if true, marked a chilling transition from harassment and physical assaults to a direct and deadly intervention in the lives of the Bell family. The entity's influence did not end with John Bell's death. It is said that during his funeral, one of the largest ever held in Robertson County at the time, the Bell Witch's voice was heard singing drinking songs, a macabre and irreverent act that further demonstrated its power and malice. This presence at the funeral served not only as a final act of torment towards John Bell, but also as a stark reminder to the community of the entity's omnipresence and the profound impact it had on the Bell family's life. The death of John Bell and the subsequent events marked the zenith of the Bell Witch haunting, encapsulating the dark and malevolent nature of the entity. This period in the story highlights the depths of the witch's vendetta against John Bell and serves as a grim chapter in the broader narrative of the Bell Witch legend, cementing its place as a haunting tale of supernatural vengeance and tragedy. Following the death of John Bell, the tumultuous events that had tormented the Bell family for years began to wane, marking a gradual cessation of the intense haunting activities that had plagued their lives. However, peace was not immediate, nor was it absolute. Betsy Bell, who had been a particular focus of the entity's malevolence, continued to experience disturbances. It was not until she made the decisive move to break off her engagement to Joshua Gardner, a union that the entity had vocally opposed, that these supernatural incidents finally subsided for her. This decision, whether directly influenced by the haunting or not, seemed to appease the entity, leading to a significant reduction in its manifestations. The Bell Witch's story, however, did not fade into obscurity with the end of the hauntings. Instead, it has woven itself into the fabric of American folklore, capturing the imagination of generations. The tale has been passed down through the centuries, embellished and retold in various forms, from written accounts to dramatic representations, each iteration adding to the mythos surrounding the events that occurred on the Bell farm. In the modern era, the legend of the Bell Witch continues to be a source of fascination and intrigue. The Bell Witch Cave, a site associated with the haunting, has become a focal point for those drawn to the story, attracting tourists from across the country and around the world. Visitors to the cave and the surrounding area report unexplained phenomena, from mysterious sounds to eerie feelings of being watched, keeping the legend alive and active. These contemporary encounters with the unknown link the past to the present, suggesting that the spirit of the Bell Witch, real or imagined, still lingers in the Tennessee countryside. The legacy of the Bell Witch extends beyond mere ghost stories or tourist attractions. It encompasses the human experience with the inexplicable and the supernatural. The story raises questions about the nature of belief, the power of fear, and the enduring allure of mysteries that defy rational explanation. As new generations encounter the legend, the narrative continues to evolve, ensuring that the Bell Witch remains a pivotal figure in American folklore emblematic of the thin veil that separates the known from the unknowable. Today, the Bell Witch Cave and the legend surrounding it stand as a testament to the enduring power of storytelling and the unending human fascination with the supernatural. It serves as a reminder of the complex interplay between history, folklore, and the paranormal, inviting us to ponder the mysteries that lie just beyond the reach of understanding. As we draw the curtains on the eerie and enigmatic tale of the Bell Witch, it's clear that this legend is more than just a story. It's a seminal piece of American folklore that has captivated the imagination of the nation for over 2 centuries. The events that unfolded on the Bell family farm in early 19th century Tennessee have left an indelible mark on the landscape of American supernatural lore, intertwining the threads of historical fact, folklore, and the unexplained into a narrative that continues to fascinate and mystify. The Bell Witch legend encapsulates the essence of folklore at its most compelling, rooted in real events and real people, yet enveloped in a shroud of mystery that defies logical explanation. It's a story that speaks to the universal human experience of confronting the unknown, of facing our deepest fears and the limits of our understanding. The enduring mystery of the Bell Witch is not just in the specifics of the hauntings, but in the larger questions it poses about the nature of reality, belief, and the possibility of life beyond death. This legend, with its blend of tragedy, intrigue, and the supernatural, invites us to explore the boundaries between the known and the unknown, challenging us to question where truth ends and myth begins. It's a reminder of the power of stories to endure through generations, evolving and adapting, yet always retaining the core elements that first captured the public's imagination. As we reflect on the Bell Witch story, we are reminded of the rich tapestry of folklore and its ability to connect us to our past, to each other, and to the mysteries that lie just beyond the edge of reason. It invites us to ponder the blend of historical fact, folklore, and the supernatural that makes such stories captivating to this day. In the end, the Bell Witch legend is more than just a tale of a haunting. It's a window into the human soul, a mirror reflecting our fears, our curiosities, and our endless quest to understand the world around us. As you turn off the lights tonight, remember the tale of the Bell Witch, and consider the possibility that some mysteries are destined to remain unsolved, forever hovering in the twilight realm between reality and legend.